Xabi Alonso gets his first win in his first ever Premier League match. Chelsea 3, Fulham 2. It's your boy, the Sports Conversation. Let's quickly get into another match review. And yeah, Charlie, I mean, this game was started to be the game between Real Madrid rejects with Arbeloa in the dugout for Fulham and Xabi Alonso at the helm for Chelsea. And honestly, I can't really tell you that I was going into the game with much expectation for Chelsea, right? I expected a good setup from Xabi Alonso, and which I think he did for the most part. And yeah, we start off the game and Chelsea get the decisive goal quite quickly, very quick. A mistake on Fulham's part. Cole Palmer slides it into the path of João Pedro. A very good first touch and a dink over the keeper. I think João Pedro, after making a 60 million move from Brighton to Chelsea, I think last year, came into the Club World Cup banging. He came fully into the season, but he didn't really start off on the right foot. Liam Rosinha took over, and then after that, João Pedro was literally a whole different beast. And it seems like he has carried that momentum from last season to this season. And that's honestly quite good news for Brazil and quite good news for Chelsea fans as well. Making it 1-0, but there are still some patterns of play with Chelsea that I feel like have not disappeared. It could be first game jitters, right? But there are just a lot of telltale signs for me, right? Lacroix in the back for Chelsea, very good this game. Even though they conceded 2 goals, I think he was very good, their best defender. But yeah, about like 20 minutes go by. Fulham get the equalizer, Joshua King, and you have to look at Robert Sanchez. Last season, I can quite remember a point in time where Sanchez proved the doubters wrong for a large majority of time, especially going back into, if you really want to take a look at it, going back towards the start of last season, the Club World Cup final, where PSG were destroyed by Chelsea and Maresca himself, and Sanchez was the best keeper in the tournament. He was talking his shit, right? And I don't blame him. Nights like these are why I and a lot of people also say he is not at that level for me. Honestly, that first goal by Fulham is one of the most atrocious goals you could ever concede as a high-level goalkeeper. Near post, not even close to goal, literally entered the edge of the box. And you are having a hard time. He didn't even get a hand on it. And he had 2 hands. I think he put 2 hands on it. Like, he put 2 hands in that direction. He didn't even get a hand on it, which is crazy. Chelsea might have to go, if they really want to do something this year, they might have to reconsider going into the market for a goalkeeper, maybe an Emi Martinez or something. But yeah, I digress. 1-1, and Chelsea again. I feel like today there were a lot of patterns of play that especially for attacking wise, it felt like I was watching Leverkusen from 2023. A lot of link up play between Lavia and Palmer and Palmer and Pedro and Palmer and the goal scorer I'm about to get to, that's Morgan Rogers. I felt like there were just a lot of link ups, and I feel like as more time passes by and they get to gel a bit more, it will become something permanent. Palmer had a footprint everywhere on this game, honestly. Second goal for Chelsea, ball gets into Palmer on the half turn, takes the lightest of touches and turns like the half turn ground bench always does. Half turn, slices into Lacroix playing like a forward, an experienced forward, cuts it onto his right, slides the ball back into Morgan Rogers, and Morgan Rogers puts into the back of an empty net. Leno coming out to try and defend Lacroix, which I think was a bad move, but again, he's a goalkeeper. And it's quite good. I want to criticize. I don't want to criticize Morgan Rogers, but I think if you want to take out the goal, I didn't really see that much of him. But I feel like as hopefully, as more time passes, he has to fill up that left hand flank on by his own. And yeah, I think things might be good. And Chelsea do get a third again. That link-up play between João Pedro and Cole Palmer this season might be something you need to look out for. João Pedro from the halfway line gets the ball one-on-one, slides it into an overlapping Palmer, and Palmer doesn't even take a touch, puts it into puts it in between Ben Leno's legs, and I'm like, one day ice can thaw, but in another day, thawed water could become ice again, and that's what I feel like is happening with Palmer right now. 3-1, and they were supposed to go 4-1 up. I think Hato had a chance, couldn't put it in, and again, Fulham get one back again. You have to look at Robert Sanchez in this situation. I can't really blame him too much, but the parry wasn't strong enough, and it was literally very close to anybody who really wanted the rebound. I think a shot from the edge of the box parries it down, and Gonzalo Garcia is first to react, heads it downwards. I think it tips the bar a little bit, making it 3-2. And I don't even want to lambaste Chelsea too much. I think this Fulham team, they could be exciting to watch. I feel like they are all basically 5'9", which is I just found out funny when I was watching the game. But I think they are pretty fun to watch. I think the attacking trio of Oscar Bob, Gonzalo Garcia, most likely Kevin coming into full fitness on the left hand flank, and Josh King in the middle. That might be something like very, very nice to watch. Just that they don't really have the physicality and the height to dominate games, but in terms of quality and just joy to watch, especially under Abola, who really likes young players, I think that team could be very like a key. They could be something fun to watch. But I move on to Chelsea. They do finish the game off 3-2. But the biggest thing I think I took from this game was the balls over the top would be the kryptonite or the end of Chelsea. Why do I say that? During this game, I won't even say Fulham had the best passes to unlock a defense, right? But I feel like every little ball they hooved over the top, it was going through. I could count like 5 times in the second half, like 5 solid times in the second half, where that over the top ball, even though it wasn't even precise, it was just going through. I think that has to be something that Xabi Alonso has to work on. But yeah, I think that would be their doing. So I can't imagine them playing a team like a PSG, a team like you guys might laugh, but a team like a United with Tielemans and Bruno is going to be crazy. But yes, 3 points is 3 points, no matter how it ends, and this is a very good start to the season. Let's see how far Xabi Alonso could take his men. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on the match. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.